Welcome back everyone to Minecraft Feed the Beast Monster. I've been working very hard on getting my mod ready to go. And let's see if I can find it. Maybe. There we go. Version 1.0.0, release candidate 1. I probably won't make any more changes to what's in here really between now and the release, unless I find some bugs that need to be fixed, which is why it's called a release candidate. So I just spent the last 2 or 3 hours working on a mod spotlight where I went over all the features. Now I've started kind of laying out the plans for a forum post and basically just everything I can think of to get it ready to publish. And once I do publish it, I think I will probably wait for maybe 2 weeks or so, and then I will probably focus my development entirely on 1.7. Alright, so this is the new base that I'm still moving into. I got most of the stuff moved over already. This is the new storage room. I've got some deep storage units here for the cobble, dirt, and gravel. It just seemed like the easiest solution for the problem with it overflowing the barrels all the time. Here I've got the IC2 machines. I want to change out all the regular glass for clear glass like I've got here. And I don't have any doors or anything on here, and I don't really see the point. I mean, new mobs don't really seem to spawn in this world anymore, so it seems kind of silly to even have walls. So this is my ore processing. It's still, well, like putting the ores into the macerator is still manual, but everything else is pretty much automatic. If we go down here, you can see I've got a bunch of packagers, and these are meant to craft the tiny piles of dust into big piles. And I've got 6 packagers down here, but I forgot that the lead actually produces tiny piles of sulfur dust, which I'm going to have to do something a bit different with because they don't belong in the furnace. So basically, let me show you what I've got. Oh, and this thing is a new item. It lets you return to a teleporter that's bound to. I'll show that off in a minute. So, for each of these item ducts here, on the sides of the packagers, I've got a whitelist for whatever tiny pile of dust they're meant to take. And down below, no pneumatic servos, just a lever to extract the full-size dust. Puts it in a chest up there, and that chest gets its contents extracted and sent to the electric furnace. And here we've got a precision export bus putting the tiny piles of dust in this chest. And this furnace outputs its stuff to this chest. And so does any extra stuff from the ore washer that doesn't go in this barrel. And then we get the import bus taking it into the ME system. And I think that's pretty much all there is to it. Alright, so I'll go ahead and show off this return home charm pretty quickly here. You just hold right click for about 25 ticks, let go, and it's linked to this teleporter. This teleporter still can be used to take me between my old base and the second one. And you can see I've cleaned out most of the stuff. Well, maybe half of it, I don't know. Still got some stuff in here, but I moved most of my Thaumcraft stuff up above, and you may have seen I started working on the infusion altar. And here it is. It's I don't know if you need the arcane stone blocks in the floor or not. That's what it showed in the picture, and I was having trouble getting it to complete itself at first, but I think it's because I had a torch right here or something. You can see I've got a new terminal glasses program. It is now showing how much energy is in the ME system, and I was kind of hoping it would round it to 2 decimal places, but I haven't been able to get it to do that correctly. The second is the heat on the nuclear reactor down below, which I've got encased partially in the reinforced stone, and looks like it's going to need some new fuel rods pretty soon. Still got the same circuitry here, letting it run only half the time. The third bar is the number of free bytes in my ME system. Not the number of occupied bytes, but the number of free bytes. So the bigger that bar is, the more room I have. Same with the fourth bar, which is the free types. So, for example, each of these drives offers 63 types, and these first 4 are pretty much all full, and this one is only has about 40 types remaining, so hence the very small bar. So ideally, the second bar is the only one that should be very small. It should never go above 32. If it does, then there's something wrong with the reactor. Alright, so what else has changed? I'm not sure. I made these goggles of revealing. I still haven't organized this bag. And what else? I've been playing on here a lot since I last recorded, but it's mostly just kind of moving stuff around. There are just so many chickens down here. Okay, let's take a diamond count. I got 22. That's pretty good. I've actually got 7 iridium. Wow. I did make this power armor tinker table, and I made this helmet because I was thinking that we had the add-on that would allow you to put the goggles of revealing and the terminal glasses in it, but it looks like we don't, so I made it for nothing. I wanted to be able to use the goggles of revealing and terminal glasses at the same time, but I can't. So there's actually something I want to test out really quickly here. I can't imagine that there'd be any problems with this, but I just want to make sure the decorate tool recipe is still working. I tweaked it just a little bit not too long ago. Okay. It's basically just a what would be the best way to describe it? Let's get this axe. So before, if you were to take a tool that hasn't been decorated at all, and you were to put something just above it, it would recolor the entire head of the tool. But now I've changed it so that it will only do the middle part, which is what you would expect. And of course the decorate tool still repairs the tool a little bit, and I actually used that to repair this shovel recently. Where is it? Here it is. And I changed this look a little bit. I just used whatever gems I had the most of, and it happened to be iolite and amethyst, I think. And the aquamarine on the bottom I think is new. And I put Unbreaking 3 on it. I chose unbreaking over mending because I don't have this thing in my hotbar very often, and a tool has to be in your hotbar for mending to repair it. I did that just to kind of reduce processing power. I keep my main tools in my bar all the time anyway. Alright, is there anything else? And I haven't even thought about what I'm going to do today, or if I'm actually going to do anything today. I've just been spending so much time trying to get my mod ready to go. I'm really excited and really nervous at the same time about publishing it. In some ways, I'm scared of a lot of people becoming interested in it. In some ways, I feel like I would be really sad if that wasn't the case. Either way, I think it's going to be a good thing for me. I mean, I know I'm going to be giving a lot of tech support whenever I do release it. I know I'm going to have to be saying, please give me your crash report all the time, and it's probably going to be a little frustrating, but odds are I'm going to wind up doing a job in real life where I'm doing that kind of thing all the time, so better to get ready for it now, I guess. I mean, I'm already the unofficial tech support guy for everyone I know, so surely releasing a mod to the general public won't be much different. What time is it? It is 14 past midnight. Wow. I feel like I started working on that video at like 8 o'clock. Well, I'm going to stop recording on this video for now and figure out what to do. If anything, I might record more on it later. Oh, something did go wrong with my Sonic Adventure recording. I recorded the last 4 episodes a couple days ago, just went to edit it today. Realized I forgot to change my DX3 settings. I have it set to record in 1280 by 720. And if I record a game like Sonic Adventure, which has a 4:3 resolution with those settings, it'll just crop off part of the top and the bottom of the screen. So I have to change the settings every time I record, and I forgot. But thankfully, I did make a backup of my save file right before that recording session, so I won't have to replay anything other than what I have to record. So that won't be too bad. Still just been hard at work with my mod mostly. I still don't really have anything planned here, but here's something I don't think I've shown. This is the smeltery from the old base, which I moved here. Made a lava pump in the nether. And this is basically just pumping out clear glass for me. Alright, so looks like we've got a full MFE, so maybe we should get some ores processing or something. Let's see what we've got. We've got tons of iron, a little bit of copper, silver, lead. Just grab a little bit of everything, I guess. How did glass get in there? Must have fallen on the hopper. Alright, so like I said, just been hard at work on my mod. I believe I'm still using the release candidate 1 right now. I found one little bug with it so far, and that's it. And there is actually something which I haven't been able to replicate outside of my dev environment, but one thing I noticed when running my mod in Eclipse, and oh, I forgot to change the max charge on this. I should probably do that. I could have sworn I changed that. Alright, so hopefully that issue is fixed, and of course it's going to have to recharge itself. So the issue I was having, which I could only replicate in Eclipse, was that the Chaos Gems were just not ticking all the time. So, for example, oh, stupid rain. Let's go back underground where it's not raining. So the issue I was having is that they just were not ticking for whatever reason. And it was very sporadic. So for example, at first it might be when you turned it on, it would drain a little bit of its charge, and then it would just freeze. And if it was a Chaos Gem that gave you potion effects, it would stop refreshing the potion effects. It wouldn't drain any charge, wouldn't regain any, it just wouldn't do anything. You could still disable it and then re-enable it, and it would give you the potion effect again, but it still wouldn't affect the charge level, and then suddenly it would start draining it again, sometimes at a very just unpredictable rate. At one point I had a flight gem which is supposed to drain 80 charge per second, draining about 500 to 600 per second. And I could, like I said, I couldn't replicate that issue anywhere else. I think it's just kind of a quirk of running Forge in Eclipse or something. So it all works normally in single player. It works fairly well in the server. The only server I've been able to test it on is pretty laggy to begin with, so it tends to jump around, but it doesn't drain 500 charge per second or just randomly not work. So I don't think it's going to be an issue, but I'm still kind of waiting around a little bit to find out. And by the time this video is up, I may have already released my mod, and I will update the description of the video to go to the forum post if that is the case. If not, it'll probably be in the next video that I upload the final 1.6 version. And of course, if someone finds bugs in it, I will fix those. But otherwise, I've already begun working on 1.7. And it's actually going pretty smoothly. I have waited quite a bit after Forge came out for 1.7, so there's already a lot of good information out there on how to update and changes from 1.6 to 1.7. And of course, if I absolutely can't find anything, there's the Minecraft Forge IRC, which is full of very smart people who are very helpful. And I have not had to ask them for help yet, but I will if I'm completely stumped on something. I apologize if this episode is not very interesting to anyone, but I'm just so focused on working on my mod right now. I don't really feel like starting anything big on here at the moment. And I'm not sure when I'll switch to playing on primarily on Minecraft 1.7. It's kind of hard to say. I think I'll wait for at least Thermal Expansion to come out. I know Thaumcraft is already out. That could be used for ore doubling, I think. I believe the Infernal Furnace will do that, so that would be an option. Computercraft, I believe, is out for 1.7. Applied Energistics, I think they're still in alpha, but they do have 1.7 builds available. And I need to record Sonic Adventure DX. I'm behind on that since I screwed up those episodes. I think I mentioned that. Might go do that in a few minutes since my throat is finally cleared up. I've had pretty bad allergies today. I just finished watching my cousin's first episode of his FTB Monster Let's Play. He also has my mod installed in a pretty similar configuration to what I've got. And he did a pretty good job. He made a few little... He had a few problems with volume levels, but It's not that big of a deal. And I left him a pretty long constructive comment on his video. Every time I see this Blaze trophy, I want to right click on it like that. It lights me on fire every time. Alright, I'm just really struggling for things to do here, and I was actually going to check on when this episode needs to go up, but YouTube is not working for me at the moment, so let's see, is there any way we could finish up this episode here? I don't know. Nothing is standing out to me. Let's see if we got any research going on here. No. Is there any research we could do? I'm not sure. I'm kind of scared to do more Thaumcraft because that... if I do a 1.7 series soon, then there's a good chance I'll be doing Thaumcraft because that's one of the main mods that's updated. And no, I haven't really looked at a complete list of mods that have updated. There's a pretty good website I've found. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it has a list of lots of different mods for different versions of Minecraft, and of course it has a page for 1.6.4 and 1.7.2, and I refer to those pretty frequently. Alright, I think I might actually have enough to make a short episode here. I'm sorry I haven't really done anything on this episode. I just... Nothing really stands out. I don't know. Alright, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more of my videos. Hopefully I will get back into the mood to play this pretty soon and decide what exactly I want to do. And... it's very hard. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like. I've already forgotten what I've said as usual, and I will see you next time.